Hello everyone. When you forget who you are, you think that what is happening is real. When you put your attention away from the light, the illusion becomes real in your perception. You have lost contact with the connection with the light and with truth, and at that moment, illusion becomes powerful in your perception, and people's perception becomes deluded to think that what is illusion is actually real. That happens when we move our attention away from the light. The truth is remembering who we are. Who are you? You are God, and you have the power to create your reality every time, anywhere. This is something that cannot be taken away from you. Wherever you are a connector to the supernatural power, to the infinite presence in the universe. You can connect wherever you are. You might not have signal in your phone, but you always have signal in your soul. And you can always connect to the infinite that is always listening and watching you, is waiting for you to connect with it, to bring to you a supernatural reality. But you have to decide what reality you want to experience in your life. If you take your attention away from the light, then you're going to experience illusion, lack, and limitation of anything. Light is infinite. It's the bridge that connects you to the higher spheres of abundance and unlimited good. So you choose where you want to focus, and when you switch off the light, then the shadows show up and they scare you. They scare everyone. So what we need to do is whatever is happening in your life, whatever drama you might be experiencing, and the 3D is sending you and throwing at you drama all the time, then you remember you have the power. You remember who you are. And you tell the drama and you tell the 3D, I remind you who I am. I remind you that I have the power to create my reality. And I don't have to stay with what you give me if it's less than good, if it's not infinite abundance, if it's not blessing me. And you tell it, I remind you that I am God and I have the power to create. Quantum physics rules the universe, rules your life, whether you know it or whether you don't. Because your thoughts and your feelings are creating realities out of the particles, the electrons, and the energy of the quantum field. As you think, then that comes to you. Jesus said that. It will be done unto you as you have believed. So what it is that you are believing, what is it that you're holding in your thoughts and your beliefs, that is going to become your reality. He was talking about quantum physics. But a lot of people haven't realized that. He was talking about the power to create, the law of attraction already. But we have to be able to understand the message behind the appearances. And when we move into appearances and we think that perception is real, we're forgetting that in this level there is no reality. There is only perception. And as the 3D throws at you different perceptions so that you get into them and you buy into them, then you become scared. And we have very often a planetary reality of everyone that is scared about what is going on. Whether it is a financial crisis worldwide that everybody is worrying about, and then the stock exchange just collapses, or whether it is a global health crisis like it might be happening these days, and everybody is becoming worried about it, is becoming scared about it. And what is happening there? That people don't remember who they are. People have forgotten the truth and therefore buying into illusion, and then they are worrying every day trying to find a solution to that illusion, to that drama that is coming into their lives. And the best solution and the only antidote that really works for every situation is to recover your power. To remember that you are God, that everything is in your favor, and the force is with you and working for you. That your imagination is creating reality, that your thoughts can imagine a different situation than the drama you might be seeing at this moment. And knowing that, you can see beyond what appears to be to create a better reality than the one you are seeing at this moment. And therefore, with this antidote, you realize that you have the power to create the reality that you want, and you don't have to be stuck with what the 3D is giving you. And this is the problem of humanity, that humanity has lost its power individually, and therefore is at the mercy of what the 3D is doing all the time, and what is telling people that is going to happen to them. And then you worry about what is going to happen to you, about financial, about opportunities for your profession, about lack here, or what is the problem with the health, what is going to happen with your inner peace, with the spirituality that is not the way it should be. How are you going to manage a life without inner peace? Because the whole scenario is challenging you to say, you see, you are not God. You don't have the power. But I tell you, the antidote is to remember who you are and to recover your power. And whatever is happening in the world, whatever drama people are living individually or collectively, whatever drama is there, you can always imagine something better, something different. And before that drama, you just know that you have the power to create something different. But we have a humanity that is disempowered. We have a humanity that don't believe in themselves. They have forgotten who they are, who is the creator, what is the force behind their lives, what is the soul and the power of light that animates every human being. And then when you forget that, you put your attention in something else that is not empowering you, and you have human beings at the mercy of whatever the 3D is doing to them. When you remember who you are, when you in front of any situation, you say, I remember I have the power. I can create my destiny at this moment with my thoughts, with my feelings, with my supernatural connection to the infinite. Then I can manage any situation, and I can create a reality that might not be there, but I know I can put it there. And you have confidence in you. You have confidence in God who is supporting you. You have confidence that there is an infinite quantum field, that the only thing it does is generating infinite abundance of good and blessings all the time for you. And what do you want to do? You want to connect with that infinite field of provision, supernatural provision and blessings, so that those blessings and that infinite abundance comes into your life. And that is going to happen with a different connection, the one you might not have now, but you can find a different connection that can connect you to the supernatural reality. A supernatural connection that is going to activate you at a different level, and you can manage your life from there and not from here, because the resources for the good and the infinite supply of everything that everyone is looking for are not down here, are in a higher level. But how many people there to change their programming, their beliefs, and the way they imagine to be able to access the supernatural supply that can get rid of any drama, any lack, and any problems that you and everyone might be experiencing down here every day? Who dares to say, you know, I challenge the 3D because I am God and I have the power to create a different reality, and I can access the blessings that the 3D is not giving me, but I know where they are, and I'm gonna go there to get them. That takes confidence in your destiny, as a spiritual being, not as a human being disempowered here and a victim of the matrix that is telling you who you are, that you are a victim, that you don't have abundance, that you have to do this and that so that your life works, that you are a sinner and you need to confess your sins. so that you might be absolved before God. That you are subject to any problem with health, that you can get any illness that goes around, and you have to be afraid about what is going to happen to you. And here is the medicine that you need to be okay. Because you don't have any power to be okay through your thoughts, through your alignment, through your meditation, through your connection with the infinite power of abundance, of health, of light, and love. We live in a universe that is love and provides infinite good for everyone, and that is a proof of love from God, from the infinite. But if we don't see that, if we don't believe that, what are we going to create? A world without testimony of infinite love that is blessing our lives all the time, because we're having an eclipse in our heads, in our minds, that don't allow the infinite to come into my life and to show up for me. So that's why I need to get rid of the eclipse of the memories, the programs, the belief systems that is telling people about an identity which is less than the infinite. An identity that is a victim, that is disempowered before anything. And then you have to be afraid of whatever happens because you are a poor victim that cannot do anything against the odds or the present current of drama that is happening this day in the world, or this week, or this year. Whatever the 3D decides to create, to tell you and everyone that you are not God and you need me. And you have to be scared because I have the solutions to all your problems. When God, in its infinity, infinite love and blessings, is always sending the solution and the well-being to everyone, including you, so that you can say yes to that. And put your attention on what is going to bless you, instead of putting the attention on what is not blessing you. Putting the attention to the force and the reality that is showing love for you, instead of putting the attention to the reality that wants to scare you and everyone and telling that you have to be worried about everything. Because that is people's lives. In the seminars, in the conferences that I give all over the world, I tell people, people get up in the morning to fix their problems, to try to avoid the drama that is attacking them or that might be threatening their lives. People get up in the morning to solve the issues and the things that are falling apart in their lives, or because they are scared and they want to avoid all the things that work from falling down. I want people in this world to get up in the morning to enjoy the beauty and the blessings and the abundance that is happening in their lives. And that happens through a different mindset, through a different heart set that connects with the right vibrations, with the right energy, with the light, with the right perception of love. Because in this world there is no reality, there is only perception. And you choose your perception. You can scare yourself every day of your life until the rest of your life, if that is the perception you want to use. But you can choose a different perception and decide to see that there is abundance everywhere, blessings everywhere, and you remember that you can connect with them, and that is your truth. And you want to make blessings, love, peace, and confidence, and peace of mind your truth. That is your choice. You can choose that perception. You can choose that vision, that imagination in your life. It's up to us what we do with our minds, with ourselves. We're God. We can live it or we can forget it. And then we forget it. We can be scared of everything, and then we have to find the solution. We need the priest because we are sinners and we need to be absolved before God. We need to expand the curriculum because we don't believe that abundance comes just because we exist. And then we think we need a great curriculum to be able to prosper and to have abundance or to be successful. But imagination and knowing your power is much more powerful than your curriculum, than any great job, than any amount of money. Because when you empower yourself, this is the antidote above all the antidotes. This is what works because God has given us power. We're power full in God's creation, and therefore God has given us the power to create a reality that we want. We can be aligned with the greatness of the infinite, or we can forget that the infinite exists and then go around to fix our lives because they're not working, because we got disconnected from the infinite supply, the infinite force, the infinite source of love, blessings, and light. It's up to us what we do. But remember that the most powerful thing you can do is precisely recover your power and feel that you are powerful before any situation. That is the antidote, that is the medicine, that is the solution to any crisis, be it financial, medical, health, or from your life mission, or your profession. Is recovering your power and knowing that you have the power to create anything. Quantum physics rules the world, the universe. Whatever you think, you feel, whatever you imagine, the particles, the electrons, the energy of the universe is designed to respond to your consciousness, to your observation, to the images you hold in your mind. And where is your observation? In the observatory. This is your observatory, your mind, your imagination. What images are you holding from your imagination? What are you creating from those images? This is what the quantum field looks into and creates your reality from there. What images you have. It's not about what is happening in your reality, it's about what is happening in you. What is your identity? What is happening inside of you? What are you believing? Who do you think you are any moment of your life? This is what defines your destiny. This is what defines your reality and your life. Who do you think you are? So start changing your identity. Stop seeing yourself as a victim, that anything can happen to you because the 3D is saying, oh, you have to be scared because this is going to happen to you, because there is a health crisis or a financial crisis. And then you see yourself as a victim, that you have no power. You have to see yourself as a successful, powerful being of light that can create your reality anytime, anywhere, in any circumstance, because there might not be anything that you need wherever you are at one given moment, but something you have is the power to imagine something different, the power to connect with the infinite. Even if you are in the middle of the sea or in the middle of the desert, you can connect with infinity and bring down an abundant, prosperous, and loving reality anywhere you are, everywhere you are, anytime. But people need to remember who they are, that they are the connector to the infinite, and the infinite is responding to you when you want to connect with it. If you want extraordinary reality, you need extraordinary connection, extraordinary realization that everything is possible for you, that the infinite is for you, and everything is in your favor. So it's a matter of changing that identity and for us to become powerful beings in the truth that the world is responding to our God consciousness. And as we do that, we change completely our reality. We have the power to create the good, to create love for ourselves and for others. And the opportunity we have at this moment in life, in this challenging situation that we are facing, individually and collectively, is to recover our power, to live from a powerful state of consciousness that is gonna change our perspective, our perception of reality, and it's gonna allow us to create a different life than the one the 3D is telling us we should live. Because the 3D is never gonna say, you are God. I remind you that you are God. It's never gonna say, you have the power to create your reality. It's not gonna say everything is in your favor and the force is with you. Never gonna say that, because it will lose its business. The moment you believe what the 3D says to you, to people, you are a client to the 3D. You buy what it says, and therefore the 3D is alive because people believe in it, believe in the drama, believe in what the 3D is telling them, in what the 3D is trying to convince you of who you are. But every time the drama comes in and the 3D tries to challenge you or scare you, you say, I remind you who I am. I am God. I remind you that I am God. I have the creative power that was given to me, and every time I can use it, and it's still with me, and I can create a different reality. So you need to tell the 3D who you are, and tell it, I remind you that I am God, the force is with me, and everything is in my favor. So stay in a state of empowerment. Remember who you are all the time. Owning your power, recovering your power, and living life with power is what is going to bring success to you anywhere. Your vibration is high in your power, then you cannot be affected by financial lack or lack of health or illness, because you are above a different level of vibration, and the low vibration of lack cannot go to you. It's going to be repelled by your strength, by your power, by your vibration. This is the way it works. You need to know the law of vibration. If you don't know it, get to know how it works. Watch my videos or watch the information that is there everywhere about quantum physics and how you create your reality, or how to empower yourself. The law of vibration. Get to know that. Study and learn how the universe works, how you can navigate this world with excellence, with brilliance, with light, with power, with love, with success, with joy. And all that is going to give you joy, the joy that the 3D doesn't give you. Remember that when there's a crisis, it's because there is a lack of power in the area of the crisis. And that crisis comes in so that you can recover your power in the area of the crisis. But once you recover the power, the crisis is over. And this is happening in humanity now, because humanity doesn't have its power. And it's like the universe, which is based on compassionate consciousness, universal compassion, is the highest consciousness, is saying, guys, you need to understand who you are. So I'm going to throw you this to see if you awaken finally to the truth of who you are. Because you are living a life in this connection, in this empowerment. You're living a life of no joy, where you're worrying about everything that is going to happen to you because you don't believe you're part of the infinite universe, and you need to connect again with the supernatural reality, with a new connection that you don't have. So it's a challenge for us to grow. You see, it's a challenge for us to recover our power, and in the midst of adversity say, I am okay. I am at peace. I have the confidence that everything is in my favor, that God is with me, and His force or her force is supporting me all the time, because I live in a blessed universe that has created me with love, and I want to see the testimony of that love. And I can see it if I look for it, and it's evident if your perception allows you to see a perception of love. Any other perception won't allow you to see the testimony of love, that you are totally supported by the energy and the love of the universe. So we need to change, shift the perception, and understand what is behind the universe that is sustaining my life, and therefore that is not gonna send me something that is not loving. It's gonna challenge me to open my eyes to see the love that it is, and the love that is with me all the time, and that the universe is a place of love. So remember who you are, own your power, recover your power, and act from your power. You can create your own reality always. No matter what is happening, you have the power to create a wonderful reality, create a quantum destiny, create a life of love from your power. You are the power.